Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Conscious Youths. I'm Judah.
I'm Zion.
And I'm India.
Today, Stand Up to Racism has told us to produce a video explaining what racism is and why we should stand up to it. So Zion, what is racism to you?
So, I think that racism is discrimination towards people of colour due to the colour of their skin. It doesn't just happen to black people, it can happen to anyone who has colour in their skin. The abuse doesn't just have to be verbal, it can also be physical too.
Yeah, okay, that's what you think?
Yeah.
Okay, now India, what do you think?
I think racism is very childish and unconscious because every time you go through these stages, key stage 1, key stage 2, high school and all those stages, you get more conscious, but the adults are acting unconscious. Like, I'm not unconscious, but we're a little bit underconscious. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like,
so basically, you're trying to say they should set an example to
for everyone else.
Yeah, and then the children will be like
and because they should know the most, they should not be racist.
and
they should have learned by now that
conscious of
racism isn't acceptable.
Yeah.
So what's your view?
So my views are, as Zion said, it is a discrimination towards people of colour, meaning that doesn't have to just mean black people, which is happening in the world right now. It can be in Asians, like in India, there has been some racism towards them in India, as it sometimes says on the news.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thoughts on what racism is. So why?
Guys, I wanted to also ask if any of you guys have experienced racism, and if so, can you tell me what happened?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
You
can.
Yeah. Okay. So, I didn't like.
It didn't happen to you.
Yeah, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to my mum, and when my mum was parking up to go to the shops, the man was swearing at us, but we didn't necessarily know if it was racist or if it wasn't racist or
I think it was.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because it was a white man, wasn't it? Older white man.
And did you do anything? Like, were you parking like too quickly? Did you almost knock into him, or did you not do anything? And you
we
just started
didn't
swearing?
We didn't do anything, and
okay, in that case, I see that as racist too.
Yeah.
And Mummy said, "Why are you being so aggressive? I've got kids in the car," because I was obviously there.
So do you see it as racist?
Yeah, I think I see it as racist due to the fact that you didn't do anything wrong, and the man just was randomly swearing. So
I mean, I had an experience once when me and my friend were in the toilet messing around, and after we came into class, the teacher obviously found out what we did, and I got in trouble, and some of my other friends have had the same experience. What about you?
So at school, when the teacher would say something and I'd question like why the teacher was telling me to do something, if I hadn't done anything, they would see it as backchat. Whereas if my white peers had said anything like that, they would normally get let off. I've seen it happen. Like exactly the question I would ask, other people have asked, and other white kids have asked, and they haven't got in trouble, and I always get in trouble for it. And also, there was this kid at my school, and he just stormed out of the classroom, and he didn't get in as much trouble as if anyone else would have done that.
Oh, is he autistic? Or?
No, he wasn't.
No, he don't have
he's
mental
white, right?
health.
Yeah, and he's white too.
And
But he
does
didn't
he
get
have
in
any
trouble.
mental health? No.
Okay, so I see that as racist.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You obviously do, right?
And I think your one's racist.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's racist. Yeah. So why should we stand up to it?
So I think we should stand up to it because it's been happening for so long. We've been fighting back by protesting, speaking out. Many of like black leaders such as Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they've all been saying stuff, Rosa Parks. They've all been killed due to racism.
Or arrested.
Or arrested because of speaking out again about racism. So I think we should fight their cause. What they were fighting for, we should fight for too. We should be prepared to risk everything for the freedom of our own race.
Yeah.
And that was just like under 100 years ago.
Yeah, that was under 100 years ago, and it's still happening to this day. So it's happening to it's been happening for ages. We're being oppressed by white people, the government,
it just shouldn't
the
be
system,
happening.
just generally the system. Yeah, we're getting oppressed by them, and it generally shouldn't be happening. There shouldn't be a like
white supremacy.
get out of jail free card for only white people. It shouldn't be just black people who have to pay more for their crimes than white people do.
And there shouldn't be
anything. Like some people just get killed even if they haven't done a crime. Like
Yeah.
they
Just
because
they look suspicious.
They look suspicious, yeah.
Like
there shouldn't be a white supremacy where the white man's at the top and the black woman's at the bottom, and obviously the white woman's in the middle and black man's just over the white woman. I mean the black woman. There shouldn't be any of that. We should just be equal.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Why should we stand up to it?
I think we should stand up to it, because if it keeps on happening, we would just get frustrated and angry, and we don't want this happening forever. And I think we should learn each other's cultures, because if you know each other's cultures, you wouldn't want to go through that to yourself. So you should know what they're going through in their everyday life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can understand why.
Yeah.
So, and I also have another question. How do you think we should both of you give me one reason why we should how we should stand up to it?
Protesting, trying to get on the news, to obviously get them use our voice to project.
Andrew went on the news.
Oh yeah. As a protest, which I was just saying right there. Yeah, protest.
Yeah. Okay, India. What do you think?
I
Different
think
to protesting, by the
yeah.
way.
I think we should just use our voices, always stand up for ourselves. Don't be too scared and shy.
Try and get like higher in the system.
Yeah.
We need to be higher in the hierarchy.
To be fair, there shouldn't be any white supremacy.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any supremacy, but there should just be equality.
It's basically like a bully at school, and you're just a little kid, like I am.
Like the shy kid.
Yeah, and then they keep bullying you every day, and then you need to get tough and strong to stand up for yourself. Not just standing up for yourself in this case.
You need to
stand up for everyone. Yeah, you need to bring that courage to just fight and fight and fight.
And
Yeah.
if you were that person, everyone would get it just because of you.
Yeah.
What you can build up a group of people who are
Yeah,
going who are going for the same motive.
Yeah.
Trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that we should keep on like speaking out, hold talks, let people know how us as people of color are feeling, just so they understand
What we're going through.
what we're going through, so we can get them on our side to help us to fight back and get equality.
And then hopefully it wouldn't happen. It doesn't. It just stops.
Yeah.
Just
Hopefully
stops
it stops.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And so our kids and our future generations cannot live in this world. Of
Racist
racism,
world,
this
yeah.
racist world. So
Oh, and Martin Luther King, he was born and his parents didn't want him to live in a racist world, and we don't want that either.
yeah.
And
let's continue to stand up to
racism.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, and
If you haven't already.
if you haven't already, and
And
keep watching our videos, and we'll make many more
content
more
soon.
content soon.
Bye.